everyone is aiming for that goal of making money. But during that time, right, in your path of becoming a profitable trader, there are many success along the way that you need to celebrate. You need to tell yourself, listen, I did it. Maybe I'm not making big bucks, but I actually proved myself that I'm improving. Welcome everybody to another funded trader of Trade the Pool. Today, Pavishya is with me, a new funded trader. It's always great to have a female funded trader, especially in this male-dominated field. So thanks for coming, Pavishya, and good luck, and also congrats on passing the evaluation. We're gonna talk today, like always, just to pick your brain and understand really what caused you to pass the evaluation, how you did it, and of course, generally about your trading style, so the guys that listen can get more insight and understanding about trading. So tell us a little bit about your background.
Yeah, I started my journey 1.5 years back, and I started initially with futures. And for a few months, I was with another funded program and I tried. And then I moved to stocks. And with stocks, initially I tried with demo account, and I just made sure like how it works and a basic idea of once I tried in demo for a few months. And then it was quite bored. I felt like I wanted to move to live. And then I started with the live trading. And then when I started, like I had consecutive 2 months of negative run. So that kept me demotivated and I paused for a few months. So, and then I wanted to do, but I didn't want to lose money. But even the working with the demo didn't give me that pleasure. So when I was looking for other options, I felt like funded programs like a GTP were best options so that I can learn and as well as I can get that live feel, because I didn't like the demo feel of the trading. So I felt like this is a good option, and that's how I started with this. And then this is the 6th time. So last 4 to 5 times, first 4 times it was a consecutive negative. I blew my account. So again, I took a small gap, and then last time 5th time was again a failure because I had some psychological problems. Like I broke my rules. I had set of rules and I couldn't follow it. So and then I felt like once I follow it, I felt like there's a higher chance of cracking. So I tried the 6th time, and that's how I ended up here.
Amazing. I guess it's not that easy, to continue to trade even if you're failing. Really going after that again, that's the evaluation. So it's amazing that you did that and just keep believing in yourself and in your system and until you pass. So that's a great proof to everyone that's watching it right now that if you put the effort, if you continue to trade, you're eventually going to do that. So that's great. Very inspired. Tell us a little bit about your trading style. What is it that you're looking for in a stock? Which stocks are you trading?
So yeah, first I just started with 1 or 2 strategies, and then what I did was like I backtested it for a couple of months, like 1 to 9 to 10 months, and then once I got the confidence in strategy, then I started to use them. So mainly I deal with tight stops, and I'm very anxious. I don't let my profits to run. Problem with me is like I am good at risk management. I have tight stops, but when the stock goes well, I'm not able to hold it. So that is the place I was stuck, and I try to work on that. So after doing that, I felt like I was in a better position than before. Very rarely I take breakout trades. So mostly I focus on the open range breakout, pullback. So because I felt like when I do the pullback, the risk is like bare minimum compared to the breakout. So that mostly I focus on the pullback strategy. And sometimes I work on exhaustion reversals and pre-market high and low breakout. So yeah, and mostly I start with my stock selection with some scanners, and I have subscribed myself to a couple of forums, and I try to pick the stocks in play, whichever has the news. So maximum of 4 to 5 stocks. I don't take more than that because I'm not able to focus more. And then I just drill down to first 1 or 2. So at the max, I just take 1 or 2 at a time. So before it was like I used to keep doing everything and too much. And I used to, take a more number of trades. So I felt like that was more of a distraction. And so that is how I, changed my way of trading from the start.
It sounds like you have a very, your own way to do what you do, right? Would you consider yourself as a discretionary trader or more of a systematic trader?
I'm a person, I'm more of systematic because if you give me a set of rules, I try to, fit into that so that I don't make any mistake. I just make sure like I follow that rule book as much as possible. My problem is just to know the ratio. I don't, more than 1:2, I'm not able to wait. I don't have the guts to wait and let the profit to run. So that is what I'm working at. Yeah, because that's my main problem. With risk, I'm very careful. But on the other hand, both the things are important, right? So sometimes I get back-to-back paper cards, and there is no use if I don't wait for the good profit running trades. So that's my main problem. So that's what I'm trying to work out.
Alrighty, before we'll go to your dashboard and talk about your trades, and I'm looking at the trading curve here. It's interesting to cover that as well. Are you trading with your own account right now, your own capital?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, can you share a little bit the psychology maybe behind it? What's the difference between trading your own capital and trading with us, basically?
No. Now I just took a break because a few months back, because of the consecutive back-to-back loss, I lost the confidence in the strategy. So what I did was I kept tweaking it and I kept juggling it. And thing is, like, I slipped away a lot from my original strategy. So what I did is I've kept it at pause right now. So because I want to take a small break. And once I'm confident enough, I want to try, because I have lost a lot and I feel that's not a safe way and I'm not ready for that right now.
Yeah. And this is something that I really love about our solution, the fact that you're not risking your capital.
Yeah.
Besides the fee that you pay for the evaluation.
Yeah.
Alrighty, I'm going to share my screen and show the guys at home your dashboard. For those of you not familiar, every trader gets his own dashboard and you can track your stats and see the progress. Obviously, super important. And this is how it looks like. So in your case, you're trading flex 25K, meaning $25,000 of buying power. You have a certain profit you need to reach 6%, not losing more than 4% and such. We will talk about this trading curve for a second. We can definitely see you started and it was literally break even, right? On it up or down. And then like at the end, you found your rhythm. What happened? What am I looking at right now?
Yeah, to start with, I was very conscious not to blow up because I've done it many times. So once it was gradually up, then I thought like I have to scale up, and then so you can see a dip right there. So until then, everything was proper. And then basically it was, I think the ticker was Rigetti. Yeah. So actually I'm a pullback trader, as I told you. Like I thought like actually I had to look for the 21 EMA reversal. So, and then I had to exit. So that was my strategy. But then I thought like it might reverse any time, and I just kept waiting and waiting, and I kept moving the stop, which I should not have done. So so that was then I thought I will regain whatever I lost, and it was basically so I kept 2 to 3 times I moved the stop. I got a big hit, and then the actual reversal happened, and then I kept trailing my stop slowly, and then so the same day I had a bigger loss. And then I had to recoup. So that was the reason for the dip.
Interesting. Yeah. This is something interesting to see because because you have the background of 5 evaluation that didn't work, you had to start very slow, cautiously, and just making sure you find the right trade. You did it very nicely. I mean, 58% on the success rate is great. 2.3 on the risk reward, also very strong. Let's look at some of the trades here. You're not trading penny stocks or small cap most.
Yeah, I've done it long back, and I wanted the price range. So I want the volatility of the price stock. I look for the volume and volatility mainly. So I mostly go with mid and large cap. So
Yeah, CVNA and Monday, Shopify. And I do see that something is a bit, when looking at the number of shares that you traded, on most cases, like mid cap, large cap, you trade in the 100 shares, 50, but then you add on the small cap here, RGTI with 2,000 or 1,000 shares. Is that was the plan really, or is it something because you saw that the price is very low?
no, it was a SIP. So I had a news that day. There was some news. So when there are news or very strong earnings, then I bit confident, and I look at 2 to 3 sites, and when I feel I'm confident, then I just take that sites. Or else when it's a normal day and I'm not sure about what's going to happen, I don't have any bias.
Nice, very nice. So first achievement, so you can also share it and download it, share it with the friends. It's always, I see a lot of funded traders when they share it, so they get more of that confirmation that they made it, they passed the bar, and that's a great feeling, especially when it comes to trading. Everyone is aiming for that goal of making money, but during that time, right, in your path of becoming a profitable trader, there are many success along the way that you need to celebrate. You need to tell yourself, listen, I did it. Maybe I'm not making big bucks, but I actually proved myself that I'm improving, right? So congrats again on that. Amazing. So thanks so much for coming. For the guys at home want to check us out, go to tradethepool.com, and maybe you will be the next funded trader. And again, thank you for sharing everything and the knowledge. If you have any comments, guys at home, feel free to drop them in the chat, and we'll be in touch. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Mike.